guys, I'm back today to give you a little tour of my craft room. This room is the first time that I've had a big craft room to myself, so I took some time organizing it, and it is definitely my happy place. We're going to take you on a quick tour around the room. It's a normal size bedroom, and it fits three of these Calyx units, and then these bins are also from IKEA. So Calyx is the cube storage from IKEA. They are really reasonable on the price. Each opening is the perfect size for 12 by 12 scrapbook paper also. It measures, I believe, 13 by 13, and just great use of the space with those. As we head to the other wall of this room, you'll see Alex units. These are the drawer units that I use from IKEA, and these risers are actually for computer monitors that I put on top of it to give me a couple of extra shelves. This is a favorite called a clutter keeper, and it lets you stack all of your tools that take up space on your desk, like your paper trimmer or your MISTI. I actually have a couple of these and use them every time. These jars are from IKEA, and I think they're about $2 each. It's a much easier way for me to organize ribbon, and I bought quite a few of them. This unit that's made out of wood is made to fit inside of these Calyx units, and the company that makes these is called Stamp and Storage. I will link to them to show you how this works. They are a really great company. These plastic units that look like an X, it's actually 4 different units in each of these, and it fits perfectly with sliding a little something in beside them. They're great for holding markers, and I got them off of Amazon for $6 or $7 each. This is my little tool carrier. I put pens and things I need quickly, and it's right behind where I sit or stand. I have, of course, lined up all of my scrapbook albums just to have those displayed somewhere. And I use these plastic magazine holders. There's a certain size. You want to make sure that it'll hold 12 by 12 paper. And there's a couple different sizes on Amazon, but they range, it depends on if you get them on a good day. I think they range anywhere from $10 to $15 each, which there are, of course, a million options for this. I just liked the clear so that I could kind of see through and tell what was inside of it. You will notice in my craft room, I organize everything by rainbow colors. It just keeps similar items in an order that I am familiar with, and that is pretty. This unit, I put all my stickers, thickers, everything goes in those buckets, and then I did an entire cube for embellishments. Put all of those there, and they fit perfectly fine. Next is a whole unit just for extra pieces and envelopes. I have a tray down there that keeps all of my acrylic paints. And this is where I organize the cards that I've made. I cut up some of my favorite Cardabella paper and laminated it and used that as the dividers. It fits 2 sets of cards in the big bin side by side. Put big tools in the next one and a whole bin of adhesives. I use my magnets and my different storage pockets, and then I've got all of my blending brushes arranged in rainbow order here. Everything else in these last 3 sets of cubes is related to what I need to scrapbook at some point, pictures of my kids. This is a totally Tiffany organizer, and I bought this to go to crops and carry all my stuff, but it is amazing on this desk. It just fits great and it works wonderful. These lamps, I've been trying to get my lighting better in my room, especially when I'm videoing, and these have like 5 different modes and 7 different settings, and they're about 20 bucks, 25 bucks on Amazon. And if I put those correctly, it just really adds to my lighting on this area. Across the room, we've got the Alex units again. I'm going to show I had a place to set up my light box. This is a We Are Memory Keepers. I'll make sure to link that for you. And then these Alex units, I'll say not every drawer is full yet, which is exciting because I definitely want to buy more craft supplies. These Alex units, same thing, always organized in rainbow colors. I've got lots of my sprays laying flat. I haven't had any problem with those leaking or causing any trouble laying this way. And then this is another unit from Stamp & Storage that is made to hold little bottles. I put all of my Nuvo drops, and I always make sure to put a little dot on top so I can see the color, besides just what I'm looking at in the bottle. It does not fit the Dream Drops and some of the bigger containers though. This is one of my embellishment drawers. I tried to organize sequins. A lot of these companies send you packages that I wanted to keep. So you'll see that stuff is still in packages. I haven't decided if I'm going to take those out or not. It just makes it easy. I have an entire drawer of ink cubes, which is mostly Altenew. And then I also have a drawer where I save all of my extra little strips for sentiments and little strips of paper that I use frequently. We're going to head back over to the Calyx units, and I'm going to show you in these bins how I have organized my stamps. I like to organize based on the actual company because I like to compete in challenges, and it's nice to show off the company's work with just its stuff. They like that. With the companies that I have more product from, like Altenew and Lawn Fawn, I put them in their own cube so they're easy to pull out and look at everything from there. The rest are in these cubes together with the dividers. One nice thing about these dividers, one, they're cheap because I just made them from Cardabella paper and laminated it. But also, if you're looking at this big bin, you can fit across it two sets, even if it is the large 6x8 stamps. If it is large, they may slightly overlap at times, but I haven't found that to be too big of a problem, and everything else just fits perfectly. So with these, I just labeled. Sometimes I cut their logo out and put it on the divider, but I keep it all together and make sure that it stays in a decent order. With these Slimlines, I often see people worried about how to store those, and I have just started putting them in these bins because the cube that they go in is 13 by 13, so they don't hit the top, they're not too large for these, and I've had no trouble with that at all. Here's a closer look at the bin sizes that I use. The large bin is $4.50 and the small bin is $2.79. So if you're going to be using a lot of bins, this is definitely a cheaper route to go than using the refrigerator bins. I took some still photos to kind of show you how they fit. All products will be listed below. If you like this, please subscribe.